Oh my gosh. Eddie Hearn. This Dillian Whyte shit is going crazy. Now, Eddie Hearns has responded and said the fight was cleared. Cleared. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, man, it's looking crazy for Matchroom Dillian Whyte. In case you live under a rock, Dillian Whyte is everywhere. You just type in Eddie Hearn, look what comes up. Dillian Whyte, Eddie Hearn urges people to wait for facts before making a judgment. Dillian Whyte facing a lengthy ban from boxing after failed drug test. Thomas Hauser in-depth interview on White, Rivas, UCAD, BBBFC, VADA Clean Boxing Program. Oh my gosh, it's going in. That's just when you type in Eddie Hearn on Google. A simple Google search will reveal this. Now, Eddie Hearn, he's promoting his own fight, partly with Top Rank, but it's a Matchroom card on DAZN, and that is Jose Ramirez. Great fight with Maurice Hooker, but the fight's being overshadowed with this news unfolding. Now, Eddie Hearn is basically saying that, you know, wait for the facts and people are going to eat their words and this and that, but it's not looking good. The components found in Dillian Whyte's system, they have linked it to anabolic steroids, like, you know, part of the makeup, the chemistry or makeup between different anabolic steroids, Dianabol, and anything. I told you guys, anything that has that BOL at the end is typically not good in boxing. So I feel like this fight that you see on the screen, Maurice Hooker versus Jose Ramirez, it hasn't really been promoted that great. I think it's a good fight, but I haven't seen much from DAZN like really promoting the fight. I do think it'll be a good fight, good action and stuff like that. It's a meaningful fight. It's a unification. So I'm all for it, but I just don't think it's been promoted. And then now it's being overshadowed with this Dillian Whyte. At least Eddie Hearn, I mean, he's having to answer questions about this Dillian Whyte stuff. And we'll get more to that. One thing that they did in this particular fight that I thought was pretty goofy, really, was they had like some kind of Jesse Spano showgirl shit where they had these two girls, you know, coming down from the ceiling, like scaffolds and shit. And it was like some circus shit, you know, some Barnum and Bailey shit. And they delivered the belts to the fighters. It was just really cringeworthy. I don't know if that was Eddie. I don't know whose idea it was, but I ain't never seen that in boxing. And it really wasn't something that I think should stick. You know, it was really weird. Even the fighters looked, it was like just off-putting how they delivered it. But do think it'll be a good fight. We'll wait to see more from Eddie Hearn. But to me, this is just a bad look with this whole Dillian Whyte situation. And look, he's not even talking about it. The Dillian Whyte news is overshadowing all this, and all of his retweets are about Maurice Hooker and stuff. Now he's trying to promote that fight again. Now, the other thing is, I don't know what we're waiting for, but I'm definitely going to see. Dillian Whyte ain't really said nothing on social media. However, Deontay Wilder has, and I made a video about that. It's just, it's not a good look to me, people. Because Eddie Hearn, he lost his cash cow in terms of Anthony Joshua losing. That was a huge loss to him. Now his other named heavyweight, you know, because Philip Ergovich, he looks like a good fighter, but he has not really fought anyone yet, you know. And the guy he's invested energy in, Dillian Whyte, just failed a drug test. Now, there's a lot of questions regarding this, and again, we'll have to wait to see what is said and what is decided. But playing Eddie Hearn's game, the thing that I don't understand is this. If Dillian Whyte did nothing wrong, why wouldn't they just come out and say that? Like, if you're being accused of being on something, a banned substance, why wouldn't you just say, my fighter didn't take anything, there was nothing in the system? Which leads me to believe that those allegations, like he did have something in his system, because the easiest thing to refute would be the falsehood, you know, not wait for the facts or, you know, hey, he was cleared to fight though. Again, in the world of boxing, that doesn't really mean anything just being cleared to fight. Eric Morales fought Danny Garcia with clenbuterol detected in his system. He failed a drug test, and the fight happened at the Barclay, and Danny Garcia knocked him out. You know, and Oscar Rivas knocked down Dillian Whyte. So being cleared and following protocol, that seems to be the whole argument on why this fight took place. I have deeper questions than that. New media, Death Row East, believe in that. My questions are, if this is so harmless and innocent, how come Oscar Rivas' team is saying we had no knowledge of this? We didn't know about it. Doesn't make any sense, right? And if this is so harmless and innocent, why are we hearing about it after? Just listen, simple logic. Why did they wait to get exposed and put on blast by reports? And this is the first time we're hearing about this hearing. I'm going to say it again. Slow it down. I just dissed you. This is the first time we're hearing about this hearing since the hearing. So he had a whole ass BOXINGEGO and commission hearing, yet Oscar Rivas' people didn't even know about it. The public didn't know about it, and it's all harmless. So how can you do that? How can you, to me, it just, questions must be answered. How can you fail a drug test? You have somebody's life in the balance, especially in the heavyweight division, where one punch can change everything. And you can have a private hearing unbeknownst to the opposing team, unbeknownst to the media, after a failed test, despite what his reason is. You know, of course, like, the bottom line is, outside of Cannon Briggs, most fighters have not failed drug tests and, you know, proclaimed, I did it. Hey, I just got busted. Most guys always have an excuse. Oh, I ate the meat, or, you know, I went to bed late, you know, whatever the fuck the excuse is. And, you know, a lot of people are speculating. You look at Dillian Whyte's body, he looks a lot more like muscular than he did before. Before, he didn't have pecs like this and stuff. You know, I've seen a lot of comments like that. So, you know, it's an uphill battle. I want to wait to see what Eddie Hearns and Dillian Whyte come up with. But this is definitely an asterisk and a black flag, by, you know, a red flag and a black cloud hanging over Dillian Whyte. And I can't wait to see what this excuse is. Again, I'm not convinced just being cleared, that don't mean nothing. You could get cleared, because again, how you get cleared, you got cleared, but Rivas' team didn't even, according to them and his promoter, they didn't even know about it. So yeah, I can see how you could get cleared if there's no protest from the other side, because they weren't even made aware of this. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. It's going down. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.